Hello, guys. It's been a long time. Long story short, I had a baby, and it took all of my time, and it kind of still is. It's great. I just had to spend some time away from the game room and game collecting, and I'm slowly trying to come back into it. Just wanted to do a quick video showing the game room. The audio messed up on my iPhone, so I have to do a voiceover, unfortunately. A few changes in the room. It's changed enough that I want to just do a game room tour. Few variations, a couple of new TVs, layouts changed slightly. Few new games. Beer fridge is still there. You can see that the crux of the room, the cabinets are there. I've got the ambience set up nicely, so I don't need to turn on those that really bright light. I've got the blinds there from Dunelm, the blackout blinds. Behind that, there's an additional film, so I get this ambience all day long. So I don't need to open the blinds. I don't notice if it's day or night. In fact, so it's nice. I wanted uninterrupted kind of ambience in the room. The bar sign, the beer fridge. I've got the lights there from IKEA. There's two of them. The one of the Sony speakers there under there. A couple of consoles. That's a basic IKEA stand holding the beer fridge. My Street Fighter 5 sign. That's there from a retail store, and the cabinets here. So the games. Just not enough space to store everything. Some of it is double stacked, but I only buy the games that I really like for each console, so it's quite eclectic, some random stuff. I didn't own all this back in the day. Generally stuff that I find really interesting that I wish I had, or that I would have bought if I had an infinite amount of funds when I was growing up. So luckily I've managed to acquire all this about 15 years ago when it was really cheap. Otherwise I couldn't do this now, or I wouldn't want to do this now. Some of the prices are crazy. I wouldn't spend £200-300 on a game. I think that's insane. That's my Neo Geo kind of bar stool. That's actually from the Arcade 1-Up, but the actual the cover, the leather cover, I bought off Etsy. There is a person on Etsy that does that. It's really nice. And that's the Street Fighter 2 one. So you can actually buy them and buy custom covers. So the Neo Geo one to me looks awesome, and it fits really well. I think in this part of the video I'll take you through. That's the arcade machine from I think it's a company in the UK that does it, delivered to your home, and with a Pandora's Box 5 in it. I actually just I gutted all the buttons and the sticks, and I put my own ones on there. But yeah, really nice arcade machine. If you want to come in and play any game, no messing around, turn it on. And actually there's an app on my phone that I use to switch this on, and there is a kind of a Wi-Fi socket there, so I can just turn it on without going to the back and trying to flick it on. It's really easy using the phone and Wi-Fi. So yeah, there's got a couple of 150 to 200 games. I think it came with like 800, but a lot of it was just stuff that I didn't like, so I deleted half of them or hid them. So let's look at the cabinets here. PlayStation 1 games. You can see that I've got like PlayStation 1 stuff in here, PS1 controller, but I do have like the odd kind of, there's an Xbox controller in there. It's just not enough room, so I try and use the room as best as I could. So PlayStation 1 games in here, and that is the original Xbox games. That's the Halo Master Chief controller and the Halo Guardians controller there. So they are in this part, and I've got original Xbox, so Xbox One X, and I've got PC games under there, which I had from a while ago. That is TurboGrafx 16 games. Original Atari Jaguar games that I've just had for a long time, and really love to just want to own them. And when I was coming out, that was the biggest unknown to me, Atari Jaguar. I really love to own that now. Nintendo GameCube games up above. So I didn't realize I said that much about the Jaguar. No, Nintendo GameCube games. I've got a couple of games here that are actually sealed. I remember I bought, I think it was Mario Smash Brothers and Mario Kart Double Dash 2014. I bought them sealed of the US. Didn't actually end up opening them because that was around the time that the Wii U came out, so I had the Wii U versions of those games, so they're in there, and I don't think I'll be opening them now. But it's nice. I just wanted the nice Wii U set there. The Wavebed controller there as well. So for the did I say Wii U? I meant GameCube set. Yeah, so that's my kind of small GameCube collection there. But yeah, the stuff that Nintendo's consoles I'll only collect or buy Nintendo first party stuff, because there's other consoles to buy, and the main games. That's the Super Nintendo collection there. Two shelves there. Wii U, again, just the first party stuff. I'd rather play the PlayStation 3. Play PS4 had the better graphics fidelity for the kind of third party stuff. That's NES, so a couple of new NES games in here that I didn't have before. So Double Dragon 2, Mega Man 3, and Castlevania 3. But yeah, it's just a pain. It's a nightmare trying to buy SNES and NES games these days. Too many counterfeits out there. I just don't have the energy. Thankfully, I've bought most of these in 2008, 2009, when no one cared about retro gaming, and it was all very much all genuine. So yeah, I remember chasing this stuff in 2008. Even then, it was difficult. But Mario, that's sort of N64 games. I've got Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is kind of my gem that I've got in here. Wii games with some Wii accessories, sort of Nintendo Switch games and Switch accessories there. That's me closing the one of the cabinets, and then we've got Sega Mega Drive and Genesis games. A good mix of those in here, with some retro bit controllers. Really nice, by the way. They released them. And then we've got some Dreamcast games, Japanese, American. That Sega Saturn retro bit controller is really nice, and I would recommend getting. They're really nice. They're as good as first party. Amazing quality, wireless. You can play them on the Saturn. That's Neo Geo AES, mixture of MVS kits, AES games, and I've got Neo Geo CD games as well. Some memory cards in there. Neo Geo CD controller boxed, and I've got a couple of them loose as well that I used to play with. And there is a Neo Geo Bluetooth adapter coming out, which I think isn't available in the UK yet. Really interested in getting that. To be able to use any controller, 8-bit controller on the AES or MVS. And then we've got the shock boxes below there. I think I'm rambling on here about something I can't recall what. But yep, that's definitely my AES collection there. MVS shock boxes, printed boxes and the prints from Southdown Homebrew. And the carts are from my MVS kits, which are all under here, and I've put them in the shock boxes, so I don't want to disturb the kits too much. Disturb the kids too much. So, and then on the just below that, on the right, I've got my Sega Master System games. Sort of the main stuff, there's not a massive collection, just the stuff that I really like, the games I like to play. They're all in here, and another retro bit controller there from Mega Drive. I really recommend getting those, guys. You can plug that into the Mega Drive and play wirelessly. It's the best thing ever. Kind of makes it easier to have a Mega Drive in your living room. I would strongly recommend. And I'm not sure what I'm talking about here. It's taking a while, but. Yep, and that's my PlayStation 2 games, all under here. So some of them are American, some are PAL. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games. I've got a lot of catching up to do with PS4 and PS5. I haven't played enough. I've got a Move controller, and Beeps modded my PS3 Slim, and I started buying I put Move games on there and bought some Move accessories. Virtual Stick for the Saturn there, behind there. Which is nice. I've got the Japanese and the American one. A little bit different. I think the Japanese one has got a better stick. I think it's micro switched. Another really nice Sega Saturn retro bit controller. There's a Skeleton Saturn that I just missed there, and a couple of Saturn accessories, and a PlayStation 3 Neo Geo controller, and some magazines on there. Couple of Nintendo GameCubes here. I bought them both new back in the day. Didn't use them that much. I actually sold off the one I was using, and I bought these two, which were dirt cheap back in the day, so I had to buy them off eBay. I think I was collecting for unfashionable consoles at the time, and they were a lot cheaper. So PlayStation 3's two in there, 80 gig and a 60 gig, both mint new. I did not want to mod those, but I modded the Slim. There's a Jaguar there, a couple of PS2s. I've got the Ultimobile Blue, which was a really nice special edition that came out, which is really cool. I've got that one, although I can't spot it exactly where it is in the collection. It's somewhere. Neo Geo CD, Sega Saturn arcade racer stick. I've got an N64 there, sort of Star Wars arcade racer N64. Neo Geo CD controller, arcade stick, Switch, a couple of PlayStation VRs, a TurboGrafx 16, an Xbox original, Wii U. None of this gets played, by the way. It's just on the shelf. I'm not a gamer, honestly. I don't have time to be a gamer these days. It's impossible to find time. If I'm in here today and it's great, and I can just film this video. That's a PlayStation 4 original 500 gig. I actually got two for Christmas, one for my wife, one for my mum, because I kept one of them sealed. That's a PS4. That's a PS5. That's a PS5. That's a Sega Saturn US. That's a Neo Geo AES controller, original arcade stick. Wow, that was a long time ago when I bought that. That's a Wii Mario Kart edition, sealed, new. That's a Wii U. I bought this Zombie U edition. I've got a Lego edition as well. Again, I bought these in 2015 when they were kind of relatively cheap, new retail from Amazon. SNES and 64 NES. I've got a couple of Neo Geo AESs. I bought one recently. I've had both of them. They're both in very minty nice condition. I've had them both modded, so the picture quality is the best you can get from them. There's a gentleman in Kent that does it. You have to do that, otherwise it's smudgy and it looks horrible. If you want to get nice sharp RGB from them, it's very easy. It's there's no effects. You just open it up. I think there's a couple of things they do in there, and it's nice. And I've got an NES Model 2 in there that was RGB modded. I got so I can have an RGB cable running from it, an AV cable. Looks really good. There's a piece that you have to order to be able to install at the back of it, and it's really nice thing to do. Looks nice. NES games. Sega Saturn US, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One X Halo Edition. I think they're new. Master System and Genesis, both American versions there as well. The arcade stick above there for the Sega Dreamcast, and some accessories for TurboGrafx 16. And I go back here and looking around the room, some toys and things, generally. I really like those Super Mario World Paladones, really nice. I bought a couple of them off eBay. They light up. I had one and it kind of started flickering and buggering, so I chucked it and bought two new ones. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was faulty. It does look really nice. There's a bloke on eBay, someone on eBay, it may not be a bloke, that sells a Sega and Nintendo lights here. These are kind of custom made. They look really nice. Some cable guys here with some of my controllers on there. Considering that those PlayStation 1 controllers are the PS Mini controllers with custom PCBs in there that let you play wirelessly on your PS Mini, which is really nice. That's a modded X Arcade stick that it is an original X Arcade stick that I modded, put custom IL sticks and nice buttons in there, clicky buttons from arcade retailer in the UK. I forgot their name. That's my arcade machine. Air conditioning unit, absolute must in the summer. This room gets really, really hot. I love that thing. This is my MX-8000 Bang & Olufsen CRT, which I picked up from Wimbledon. Picked it up. Realized it was extremely heavy. Sat in an Uber XL, hugged it all the way home, so it didn't get damaged. And that's a Neo Geo consoleized MVS from Omega. I modified the RGB circuit on that recently to get sharper images out. And just general toys, and there is a nice Move controller charger. That's the official Sony one. I bought new. I don't like the third-party ones. Are the ones you can get right now on retail. They're not the official ones. The official one was released in 2009, and it's much nicer quality. My PS5, Xbox One X, Some nice lighting there. On that left side, I've got my kind of where I store my movies and 4K Blu-rays, and I just put them all there. Some of them are downstairs in the cinema room, the spare lounge room, but I keep half them in here as well. And then I've got just above that, you'll see in a second, it's my Amiibo collection with a little shelf that's got them on display and some lighting above there. And so those stickers you can get off Etsy. I think they're the Mario wall stickers. They're really nice. I really like them. That's my Sony 65-inch ZD9, one of the last ever best, is that correct, LCD TVs that came out. You know, the really premium Sony LCD TV, 2016. After that, they went downhill and they focused mostly on OLEDs, but that is a really nice TV. 4K, UHD, HDR10, Dolby Vision, everything. Premium TV. And I run everything through that, no desire to upgrade at any time. This looks really good. And my mini consoles are all under there connected to it. Everything, apart from the mini consoles, everything runs through the Denon X. I think it's the X AV3300. Really, really good. Does the job. I have a 4500 downstairs for cinema room, but this one just packs a punch. It's amazing. The X-Rocker chair there. I've got the subwoofer for the Sony speakers behind there. A couple of more consoles. Neo Geo CD, another PS5. I won't tell you how I got two. But at the moment, if you have two, you tend to keep them. You don't want to get, it's difficult to get. So I feel very lucky to have a couple of them. I might gift them. It feels really bad to have two. That's the Bang & Olufsen MX4000 TV, that 4200 TV. And again, I bought that from in the South Coast. I picked that up in 2012. New. I had those recapped recently by a gentleman in Maidstone, and that recaps them. The Neo Geo AES sits on that table. The kind of the Kallax table. Actually, that Kallax is where I keep a lot of the mid 2000s consoles. All the consoles that were running on 720p, maybe 480i, 480p, that had a component out. So I use the Sony 1080p TV there. They look much better on that TV. It includes the PS2, the Xbox, the Wii. And there's a FrameMeister under there, because I think the 480i stuff upscales better on the FrameMeister. So the PS2 runs through the FrameMeister. There's another FrameMeister under here as well, because I think the SNES and the Mega Drive and Jaguar and all the RGB consoles look much better on this TV. But anything that's 480i, it looks garbage on here. It needs to be coming off a kind of an original, like old school 1080p TV. Anyway, so that was the game room, and I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been like 20 minutes, I think, but yeah. So the problem is there's never any time to come in here and play, and today I had a bit of chance, bank holiday weekend in the UK, and thought I'll shoot this video for just to kind of try and get back into YouTube. So yeah, it's been great, and hopefully I can make another one of these videos very, very soon, and talk about some game related stuff. Thank you.